BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, I'm Sam, I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags, and this week I am doing another Tubi movie. Now, Tubi didn't make it, but it's on Tubi, so I called those movies Tubi movies. And if they were made by Tubi or made for Tubi kind of thing, then I'll call them a Tubi original. I did Deadsight. Alright, so, Deadsight. So here's the thing, when you look at a trailer, when you watch a trailer, it usually kind of defines the movie for you. You look at a poster, it kind of defines the movie for you. If you read the synopsis kind of thing, it defines the movie for you. When you read the synopsis, maybe watch the trailer kind of thing, you look at the poster kind of thing, and you just understand the premise of the movie before going in, you'll probably think this movie is just some cheesy, bad kind of movie, because there's, like, a lot of different, like, it's who this character is and who this character is, and it's like, you mix it together for this kind of movie, and it's like, how is that going to work out? And I think they did a pretty solid job. I think this movie is a pretty good movie. So, let's go to the synopsis. You have two characters. First character is a blind guy that might be a criminal. I don't think they really, like, specified. I think they did for, like, 5 seconds, but I missed it. But I think he's a criminal, but he's blind, and there's, like, this treatment he has to put on his eyes, like, every, like, you know, once a day kind of thing or whatever. So he's blind, so he can't see crap. And then your second character is this police officer woman who's pregnant, like, at 9-8 months kind of thing. And so they kind of, like, meet each other, like, 10-20 minutes into the movie. And that's where the movie goes off kind of thing. First half of this movie was, like, really reminiscent of Night of the Living Dead. Because, you know, it's, like, the beginning of the movie starts next to a cemetery. And one of your characters, well, and both of them, find this farmhouse off to the side. But then, like, after that middle of the movie, it goes in a different direction. So I thought that was interesting that it was, like, the first half was like that, but, yeah, anyways. This movie, as I said earlier, I think this movie is a really good movie. Is it a movie I'm going to put on in the background to watch, you know, if I was going to do stuff? Probably not, but it's still a pretty solid movie. It's definitely worth a watch. I might watch it again, but here's the thing, you know, there's thousands of movies out there kind of thing. Not that I'm going to forget this movie kind of thing, but in the end of the day, if I did forget, I wouldn't be surprised just because there's so many other movies, right? But it's still a really nice movie to at least watch once. And if you like it, if you love it kind of thing, then you know what? That's your thing. I like it. I don't love it. I like it. My only problem with this kind of movie, so it's an hour and 30 minutes long, which isn't that bad, but what is bad about it is that if you're not in the mood to watch it, it's just like, there's areas in the movie that are, you know, kind of fast or whatever, but, like, there's, like, a lot of periods in the movie where it's like, alright, can we, like, hurry up already kind of thing? It's a zombie movie. It says two characters of those magnitudes, and they're in a zombie movie. So, yeah, I thought this movie was pretty good. The music was, you know, okay. Wasn't the best thing in the world, but, I mean, it was a lot better than Abominable. That movie sucked. But, anyways, this movie was pretty solid. Ending was kind of nice. End of the day, if I had to rate this movie right now, I would probably give it a 7.1. It's a really nice movie, okay? It's definitely something that if I had to watch it again, I wouldn't mind watching it again, because, you know, I already know what's up. But at the same time, it's like, I have a tier list kind of thing of movies, or at least mentally I have a tier list. And so my, like, top 2 tiers that are, like, intertwinable are, like, great movies and then movies I could watch in the background because they're both, like, in the same thing because, like, you know, movies I watch in the background are movies I love kind of, like, and, you know, I don't have to watch it to know, you know, what's going on. I could kind of, like, lip sync it, like The Thing from Another World. Like The Thing, like The Mummy, the Brandon Fraser Mummy. Movies like that kind of thing, you know, those are movies that I could have in the background. This movie, Deadsight, not really, right? There's, you know, right, so this is definitely worth a watch once. This isn't like a movie you would watch on a date night kind of thing. It's like, it's a movie that's, it's serious to a degree. Actually, no, no. It is a serious movie because when you're like, when the blind guy's like trying to like move around and there's zombies behind him, or like he's about to fight a zombie by himself, blind, right? It's like, oh my god, is he about to die? Kind of thing right here. Obviously, you're like probably not, but like still, he's in that situation. I'd hate to be in that situation, being blind and you're trying to fight a zombie. Oh my god. Anyways, 7.1, I believe I gave it. That's what I'm writing down. Write that down. So just a couple of things. That was basically the review. Just a couple of things. One, I'm thinking about doing a tier list video of how I see movies, kind of thing, and just like a little hint kind of thing. And whenever I do this, I don't know if this is gonna be like tomorrow or a month from now, kind of thing, or something like that. I might just end up forgetting about it. But it's like, you know, you have great, and then movies I could have in the background, and then you have good, bad, and then on the bottom are like movies that are like maybe in the middle, or like movies that are good but I just will not watch again because it's too much, if you know what I mean. Like for instance, Who Can Kill a Child? That's a movie that like I could just not, I can't watch that movie again. That movie was just too much for me. That movie, like the first 5 minutes of it are like real footage, and then you know the tone of the rest of the movie is just oh my god, I can't watch this movie. Like it's not even trying to be funny. Like I haven't seen Children of the Corn, but I would imagine that movie at least has some jokes in it. It's trying to be funny. This movie doesn't. That movie doesn't. And I'm like, I can't watch that movie anymore. That I have the movie. It's just a movie I have to have kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't want to watch that movie again kind of thing. Because you look at the poster and you're like, oh, that's a really bad, kind of poster. And then you know, that poster ends up being like one of the last scenes of the movie. And that's like, oh my god, I understand what's about to happen. And it's like, ugh. But anyways, that's one. And then two. There are two kinds of movies. There's a no-name movie where you have a bunch of no-names that are running around doing whatever kind of thing. And then you have a movie that has a lot of no-names but also has like 1 to 3 really big names. And so the movie I'm doing next week is like the latter. I haven't looked entirely at the cast, but I know there's one big actor that I really like in movies. It's like there's like 5 actors out there that whenever I see them in a movie, I'm like, it's gotta be a cult classic, great movie kind of thing. And I think this is a cult classic. Although you'll have to come to me to figure that out, because there's nowhere else where you can find your reliable sources on if this upcoming movie is gonna be a great one or not. But it should be. So anyways, I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags. Trying to talk too fast. And Deadsight's a great movie. Go watch it. It's on Tubi. Go watch it right now kind of thing. Like right now, right? It's an hour and 30 minutes. You'll find time. Just, you know, stay awake. 7.1. Boom. I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags, and I will see you next week. Bye.